positive someday there's going to be a treatment. Someday somebody's going to say, hey, we got this. My name is Dava Seifert, and we lost a lot of members of my family. I don't know half of my family because of cancer. And my mother recently passed a few years ago from lung cancer. And it was one of those things where they said, oh, cigarettes don't hurt you. And then she just got so addicted that she just couldn't stop smoking. Even though she had chemo and everything, she just couldn't stop. And so I took care of her, and we had problems getting her into the Cancer Treatments of America. And she was already, you call that, she's in the fourth? Stage 4, yeah. And it was really hard. And then she fell because she was so frail and broke her hip, and she went into the hospital, but they didn't keep treating the cancer. They just started treating her hip, and she just got worse and worse, and finally passed away. And I have 2 little sisters that my father now raises because they adopted so many kids. And so they are growing up without a mom now. And now we just recently found out that my best friend Kathy Plum has cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma, and she's going through chemo and a lot of struggling, and she gets very sad and everything, but the doctors in Syracuse have been great. They keep pushing her and encouraging her and said, a lot of people make it through this one, this kind of cancer. And she just had her first radiation treatment, and she looks strong. She looks like she's doing really good, and luckily I'm able to make her food that she'll eat. And she says it's really hard for her to eat and everything, and so it's basically my story right now. I think she's gonna make it.
That's cool. That sounds like you're a good support for her.
I hope so.
Yeah. What other, so you said you make her food, like what other kind of ways can you support her?
Oh, we have blessing blankets, and she's already got 2 of them, and we pray a lot. And I know my other friend Chrissy Taylor took her to get a haircut, and my other friend Dawn McCarthy, we're all friends together, and she is going to shave her head with her. So we're doing a lot of different things. I'm still contemplating on that one. I want to, but that's a hard one.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we're doing Relay for Life Saturday, so we invited her so she can go to the Survivor tent and have a dinner and everything. So that'd be really cool. And I make sure I make her favorite gluten-free cookies and brownies and things like that, just to keep her eating. So,
can you tell us about the blessing blankets? Are those things that you make, or just pray over, or what do you?
Actually, one church, there is a woman that makes them, and everyone in the church blesses it, and they let so many people know over the internet and everything, and they come bless it. And the other church, I'm not sure if it's homemade. It might be. And they do the same thing. They bless it and everything. And there's, a pastor that, holds it up and everything. They pray really, deeply and for hours. So it's really neat. And the one blue and white one, they tie a knot every time they make a prayer. And so it's all knotted and everything. It's really cool. So she knows how many people are supporting her. So.
Is there anything that you said you took care of your mom? And so is there anything maybe that you learned from that experience taking care of your mom that you kind of used like with your friend Kathy?
Well, I noticed that there's things, because you're so close to the situation, you don't realize there's things that you could have done to make them more comfortable or happier or encourage them better. As I remember sitting there and she was so sad and so, in a way, angry at just the situation, I guess. And I never thought of what I could do. Bring her books of happiness or bring her pictures of what everybody's doing and kind of keep her informed with, life, because she's not in it. So I never thought of that type of stuff. And so that's what I'm trying to do with Kathy is like, come here, you need to come do this, or you need to see this, or, just keep making her laugh, So I felt really bad that I didn't think of doing that for my mom. And, at least, pray with her or something. I didn't think of doing that. I don't know why. So...
Is there like a special story you would like to share, or like that maybe sticks out in your mind, either about your mom or your friend, like when going through like their treatment or like their battle, or like still today with your friend?
Well, with Mom, I remember we would just laugh a lot by the pool, and she'd be having a hard day, and I'd say, someone needs a hug. And she hates to be hugged. She's like, come on, bring it in. And she's just like, stay away from me. It's like, didn't you hear me? I'm having an awful day. It's like, come on. Things like that and stuff. And I'd always have something to say weird about the kids or something. Like, oh, did you see that? Bring awareness to something really stupid. And with Kathy, I remember Chrissy's a good one for this one. She started this one. The bed that she was laying in, she made sure she flopped it up, flopped it back, flopped it up. She's like, what are you doing? It was like, it really helped a lot breaking the tension and stuff. And then the fart thing, you probably don't want to know about that one. So it was kind of a lot about that stuff. It was very funny. She's like, did you want anyone to help you with your bath? Okay. And she's like, nope, I'm good. And she's like, alrighty then. She's like, come on, Chrissy, help me. It's like, so it was pretty much of an experience. I guess after you have something so traumatic, you really don't care who sees you or what you're doing or what, is going on. Yeah. It's like it puts a whole new perspective on life, It's like, oh, just laugh about it. Who cares, Where it used to be so serious. So it's kind of interesting how it puts a turn on your whole thought process. I think it's quite amazing. You wonder why people go through so many hardships. Well, you're looking at the other stuff is so difficult when it's really not. That's simple compared to this, So I think that's pretty cool. Now I can look at things a little bit more lighthearted and a little bit more, like, I can get through that. I don't know about that she's going through, but I can get through that, That's pretty cool, so, yeah.
You were talking earlier about your daughter and how she's like very action-related for life.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, was she like affected? Like, how was she affected by your mother's passing, and like, has that kind of inspired her to?
Yeah, well, I think it taught her at a very young age. I think she was only 7. Yeah, she was about 7. And she did so much for her that I think it taught her that life is short. It can happen at any time. Anything can happen. And you never know. Because she's, would go to my mother's house hey, how you doing? And just take advantage of the whole situation, take advantage of the fact that she can go in the pool and see her, and now it's limited. And now it's, well, Grandma doesn't really want you there right now. And she's like, I'm going. And she would make sure she went, and she would say, I'll get the water, I'll get the ice, I'll get, and she really was a big part of it. And then when she went to the hospital, it was hard for her not being able to do that. She was kind of like, I should be able to go. It's like, well, you'll go this time. And then Mom got worse and said, I don't want the kids around me right now. Let's see what happens, and like that. That was hard for Azaria to learn. Is now when she passes, she can't be there, and that bothered her a lot. And but that got her into this Relay for Life, which she's such a big part of. She's so smart, and she's like, okay, what about the money? Okay, what about, and who's doing this? And she, make sure everybody has a job, make sure, when they come up with a theme, she's like, okay, then this is our song, this is our lap, and this is what we're going to do. And she's just like right in it. And she's like, these are the games we're going to play, and can anyone think of anything else? It was just amazing. And she goes to the state fair. People just have this tendency to give her things. I don't know if it's just because she's so darn cute, or if I don't know, but she uses all of those things to bring to Relay for Life for prizes for, the kids and everything, or to sell. And that's how she makes the money for Relay for Life. It's amazing. And she does can and bottle drives. She'll go door to door to door and explain the whole thing. And she's so funny. She never tires from it. And it's really amazing what she does. She's just like, oh, you know what that change could go for? Yeah, we have Relay for Life. And she pulls out this big, purple, bag, and she'll say, you could just give $1 of that. And they'll say, oh, I'll give the whole thing. She's quite amazing with that. So I just have a blast watching her little wheels turn. And she's 9 right now, and she's the captain. She's the youngest captain there is for Relay. So it's pretty cool. And she organized the whole thing, made the name, which you could probably understand. Core for the Cure, Caring for the Cause is kind of long, but she insisted because it comes from Core Church on the Rock, which is our church. And she says, I think they'll be involved in this. And I'm like, well, I don't think they have a choice. You're going to make sure they are. So it was pretty cool. We had a whole presentation, and she did the presentation. And they were like, wow, that's really good. So she's pretty good at that. I'm glad she's in it at such an early age, Maybe it'll pass down. So it gets her brothers involved, and they're all older than her. They're in their 20s, and they're just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, well, here, sit down. I'll tell you what it's about. So that's kind of funny. So, yeah. Yeah. It's just sad that we had to have someone so close pass away to get involved and see what was out there, because we had no clue. We heard of it, and we saw it, and we're like, what is that? What do you guys do? And it's really confusing because, they see American Cancer Society, and then they see Relay for Life, and then they see, Walk for Life, Ride for Life. And it's like, hey, we're doing all the same thing. Don't get confused, So it's pretty cool that we can, reach out and get people to see what everything's all about, It's really nice.
Do you have any words of advice for people who are also in a caregiver role, whether it's for parents or friends, or what would you want to say to someone who is in your situation?
Constant positive outlook, constant positive thoughts, positive. Everything has to be positive, because even if they pass on, they're going to be in a better place no matter what, because they're going to be out of pain, But you keep, positive. Someday there's going to be a treatment. Someday somebody's going to say, hey, we got this, and if we keep plugging it and we keep doing this, we're going to find out what's causing this crazy epidemic, and we're gonna nip it in the butt before anybody gets it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna beat us. It can't. You know, we got too many people on our side that's, you know, gonna find a treatment and gonna find out why it's happening. So, and keep everything so natural. Keep those chemicals out of your system, you know what I mean? You don't need the processed foods. You don't need all that. Eat the fruits and vegetables. My mother hated them. It's like, you're going to eat this, you know? And she felt better, you know? At least she felt better. And, you know, it'll keep her strength up and everything. And, yeah, you don't need that stuff. And watch what you know, breathe in. Watch the toxins. Careful with, you know, what you mix together. And, you know, nowadays we know there's asbestos. Well, it took us a while to learn that, but we did. So now what do we have to learn? You know? That's what I figure.
Anything else you'd like to add about anything we've talked about?
I think stay happy. Yeah. Stay happy and just encourage everybody, because you never know what they're going through. You have no idea what they're going through. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. Just make them happy. Even if they're grumpy to you, just smile back. That's what I think. That's all.
I can tell you're good at that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing and taking the time.
Thanks. Thanks for letting me.
Yeah.